Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am so happy to be here with you for yet another card. We are going to make this super cute butterfly hey card, and I just think it is adorable. This stamp set is so cute, and I tried to show you a variety of different things that you could do with the dies and the stamp set, and I wanted you guys to see lots of different things. So check out my last two videos that I've already done on this card, and I will have two more videos after this. One is going to be a 3D project and one is going to be a fun fold, so you won't want to miss those. Those are coming up later in the week, but I appreciate you being here. It is celebration. It is July of 2022 and it is celebration, and so we are having some freebies, so definitely look in the comments below where I have all of that stuff mapped out for you. I definitely want you to get everything that you earn when you make purchases from my online store. So let's go ahead and get started. We are using the Best Butterflies stamp set and the Build-A-Butterfly dies, and we're also pairing it with the Stylish Shapes. So definitely check those things out, and I'm going to walk you through our card. So the base of our card is 8.5 by 5.5 inches, and it is our basic white cardstock. So we're going to start with that. We're going to fold that in half at 4 1/4 inches. If you want to score it, that's where you would score that. And we're going to go ahead and give it a little burnish there, and this is the base of our card. Now you can see we have our turquoise here, which is our Tahitian tide, and what I did was I cut a piece that was 5 1/4 by 4 inches of Tahitian tide, and I cut a circle out of this piece. Okay, and it is the second largest circle, so not the outside one in. That's what was cut out of this piece. And this piece we're not going to use. We're just going to put it to the side, but I did want you to see that it was cut out of the base piece of cardstock. So that's that piece there. Then I cut the largest size out of Mango Melody. And here is the largest size circle. Okay. So I cut that out. And then inside of this circle, I cut the third circle down. I cut that out of the inside because I wanted the pink to show through this layer. So that means that this one's going to go underneath. See what we're doing so far? Then I took the same size circle, the second one down, that I used to cut the hole out of the Tahitian tide, so the second size, and I cut this one out of Melon Mambo. And this is going to be the last circle that's going to be put on the inside. And you see that's how I got those layers. So this Stylish Shapes is pivotal in making this card. Now the other thing that I did, I'm going to show you the butterfly dies. And so the butterfly dies are very unique. The beauty of them is that you can layer them and make lots of different butterflies. We have the two butterflies, which I've used on the last two cards. They're these butterflies that are already done for you. But there are these butterflies that you can build. Again, this is called Build a Butterfly. So for this card, I chose to take this butterfly, and you die cut both of these together. When you do that, it cuts the outline and it gives you, this one cuts the outside, whoops, sorry. This one cuts the outside, and then this one cuts that intricate shape on the inside. So when you take it off, this is what you have, okay? And then I chose to use a different one for the top of my butterfly. I wanted it to be a little bit different, so I chose this one. And I cut both of these out together as well. And when I did that, I got this shape. Okay, so there's my two butterfly piece shapes. Then I took the largest of these centers and I used the Tahitian tide, and I die cut that out of Tahitian tide. Now I wanted a color to pop behind that butterfly. So I went ahead and looked at our DSPs, and we have a bright collection of designer series paper. And I decided that's what I wanted. So I grabbed the two colors that were in here, Melon Mambo and Mango Melody, and I took just the outline this time and cut out this one in Mango Melody, and just the outline this time and cut it out of Melon Mambo. And when I did that, I got these 2 colored pieces of butterfly. See how versatile this butterfly die set is? It's amazing. So what we're going to do now is we are going to layer this on top of this, and this on top of this. And as you do that, you see we're building this colorful butterfly. So let me go ahead, now that I've explained it, we're going to go ahead and put it together, and I'm going to set it aside, and then we'll work on our circles and put our card together. So that's the basics of what I die cut and what we're going to do with them. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to just put some adhesive around the outer edges. So I'm going to get the center going, and I'm going to go around the outer edges, just like that. I'm going to take my tweezers, and I'm going to go ahead and layer that onto my piece of Melon Mambo. Press that in place, and we're going to do the same thing for this wing. So I'm going to put some adhesive just around the lines here, start in the center, work our way around, go do the outer edges first, and then I'm going to come down and do these lines here. You can also use, we have these adhesive sheets that you can glue onto your DSP and then run it through your die cut machine at the same time, and it basically makes it into a sticker. So you could also go that route if you wanted. You have lots of options here. So let's go ahead and glue this little piece over our Mango Melody. Isn't this so pretty? I just love how it looks. All right, get all that extra glue off onto my silicone mat. Okay, so now we have our 2 wings. Now we're gonna assemble our butterfly together. So let me roll this off. That's why I love the silicone mat. Any glue that gets on here, you just kind of roll it right on off of here. So let's get that ready. We're gonna put our butterfly together. So we're just gonna lay these 2 pieces side by side. And I'm just gonna run some adhesive down the center there of those 2 pieces of the butterfly. And then I'm gonna take my center here and I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. And I'm just gonna grab this blending brush that has a tiny bit left of the gray, and I wanna add a little bit to the antenna section. So I'm just gonna run that over the top and just kind of dirty up my butterfly a little bit. Okay, so now we have our butterfly. I'm just gonna set that to the side, and when we need it, it'll be there for us. Let's start with our pieces to put our card together. So I already told you what we cut. We're gonna start with our pink layer, and I'm gonna stamp the words hey, hey, hey on there. I'm gonna use my Memento Black, and I'm gonna grab that word hey, and I'm gonna put 1 here, and 1 here, and maybe 1 like this. There we go. So let's clean that. And on the outside of our Tahitian tied piece, we're gonna put some dots. So let's go ahead and grab, I have a scrap piece of paper, I'm sure somewhere around here. Here we go. And we'll put that just in case I go outside, which I'm not trying to do, but just in case, you never know. I'm gonna put 1 there, put 1 on this side, and maybe a little one up here where the butterfly will be flying. So there's our dots, super cute. And let's see what we did on the inside here. So I did some dots again. So let's do some dots and the words sending good vibes. So we'll move that out of the way. Put my scrap paper underneath this corner where I'm gonna do the dots. We're just gonna add a few dots until it's enough. I love dots. I think they're super cute. That looks good to me. And then let's do the sending good vibes. I'm inking it in the Tahitian Tide. We're going to go ahead and press that down into place. So there's the inside of our card. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and clean this stamp. Get my chamois, my well-loved chamois. And clean our stamps up. Little squeaker that it is. All right, let's start the assembly process. That's always the best part, isn't it? When you start actually putting the stuff together. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we have to find placement. So I'm going to put my hey down here, and I'm going to figure out how this is all going to fit together, how I want my pieces and parts to lay. I'm going to move that over a little. Let's place this one over the top. And remember, this is going to be, that's the key. That one is the key. So we have to use it as our guide and slide these little guys up and around. And I want it to be a little bit oblong like that. So I want that, that looks good to me. I love the placement of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to lift this one up. And what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to use a pencil. And I'm going to put that around this. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down. Put that at the base. No one will see those pencil marks, so it's perfectly perfect. Okay, so on this one, we're going to put some mini dimensionals. So let me grab those guys. And we're going to go around this little circle. And we want to put some of those all the way around. One more. Okay. So let me take my the backs off with my take your pick tool. One more. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay, I couldn't tell. All right, so now we want this little piece. Remember, we're trying to figure this out, so I'm gonna kind of hold it how I want it. I want it a little bit offset like that. And I wanna make sure that this lays. So we use it as our guide before we place anything down. So I'm happy with that. So we'll put that in place right there. Perfect. So now we want to attach this layer on. So now we need to add some more dimensionals on to this piece. So we're going to flip this over and we're going to use the regular size dimensionals. And we're going to run those around this side here. And we definitely want to make sure that we have some lift. So I'm going to put an extra one right there. Let me place that on there and see how that is. That looks pretty good to me. Able to glue that down in place. Yep, looks fabulous. So let's go ahead and pull the backs off of that. We're almost done. I think one more. There we go. All right. So we're going to lay this on, figure out what we're doing here. That looks fabulous. I love that. What do you guys think so far? Pretty good, right? Very happy with that. And then the last thing is we're going to attach our butterflies. So let's put some dimensionals on our butterfly. Let's put 4, one on each of these little wings. Let's pull the backs off. Let's position our butterfly like it's flying off from the circle here. Oh, I love that. Turned out awesome. And then the final touch, of course, is our embellishments, right? So I also want to give you some more dimensions. So I'll do that as soon as I stick these 3 embellishments on. So look, you can tell how much I love these iridescent rhinestones because I'm almost done with this entire sheet. So last time I used the really large ones. I'm going to use the medium ones this time. I love that you get so many different sizes. So put one there and one there. What do you think? Do you like the bigger ones or the smaller ones? You can let me know in the comments if you want. I like the smaller ones, I think. All right, let's put these guys back in their packaging, and they will live another day until I finish those up. But you can see how much I love these iridescent rhinestones. They're amazing. What I love about them is that they take on the color of whatever they are on. So they have a little bit of that Tahitian tide vibe going on because they're under that Tahitian tide. And I love that about that. So there is our cute card. So let me give you dimensions again, just in case I forgot, because sometimes I get distracted when I'm teaching and then I forget what I'm doing. So we're going to start the base. 5.5 by 8.5. We scored it at 4 1/4 to fold it in half. This Tahitian tide layer is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. The Mango Melody background piece, the size of that circle, you need a piece that's about 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. I'm sorry, I'm Melon Mambo is the one I'm talking about, not Mango Melody. I'm mixing the two MMs together. So the Melon Mambo piece, this one. Oh my gosh, I'm mixing them up again, guys. Forgive me. The Mango Melody, the orangey yellow piece, that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. So you're gonna need that size to get that circle. And remember, then you're going to cut a hole out of the center of it. And then the pink, which is the Melon Mambo, is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I use scraps for my butterfly pieces with whatever I had lying around. And I really love the way that this card turned out. I hope that you guys love it as well. It was certainly fun to make, and I hope that you will come by and watch me make more cards and more projects. Come back tomorrow and you can see another cool project. Tomorrow will be a 3D project, so definitely check it out. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below or send me a message. Definitely check the description below. I have lots of information there on how you guys can get some free products through SALE-a-bration with qualifying purchases. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!